Welcome to the This Could Make Us Famous podcast. You've heard all the stories of the rich and famous. But what about everybody else? Some of the greatest and funniest stories come from everyday people. Here, we share their stories and just maybe make them famous. Let's get started. Here is your host, Jason McCormick.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to This Can Make Us Famous podcast. I am your host, and with me today is a special guest, a good friend of mine. I grew up with him. We got a lot of amazing stories. He traveled a long way to be on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Matteson.
Go. How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, Matt. And then we got over here, Charlie Sparkles. I'm sorry. Let's just drop the name Sparkles. Let's just drop the name Sparkles.
Hey, everybody.
So we got a lot to cover today, but I'm really excited to have Matt on the show. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good, actually. Just try to start and expand out my career, hit my stride with that.
Yeah.
I do massage therapy, have for about the past 9 years, specialize in pain management, but I'm starting to get heavy into breath work and meditation exercises.
Yeah.
A lot of the repetitive use injuries we face can be corrected by just simple body self-care like yoga, meditation.
Heck yeah.
And then stress is an absolute killer, especially with COVID now.
Well, I'm sure all the guests are wondering right now, what in the heck is between your legs? I mean, you know.
That's kind of a personal question, isn't it, Jason?
What?
You're talking about the drinking horn.
No.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's about a drinking horn, yeah.
Oh, you mean what's under the kilt?
Yeah, no, yeah.
You'll
He's wearing a kilt, too, by the way.
You'll find out off camera. Boy.
That's for our extra special subscribers.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to hit the Patreon for that one. No, it's just a drinking horn. A friend of mine, Louis Brock, he sells horns at the St. Louis Renaissance Festival, and he's a good friend of mine. So he used to work chainmail, and he does a lot of carving now, so his hands and forearms are messed up.
Yeah.
So I offer services to work that, and he pays me in art and functional items.
And he made that for you?
Mm-hmm.
So what animal is that from?
Oh, good Lord. I'm going to say one thing. He's going to correct me.
A centaur?
I want to say, yeah, maybe. He would charge a lot more if it were. I want to say ox, a lot, because I know he does a lot of ox horn.
Yeah, that would probably be what it is.
Yeah. And you want to take us about what I got here? So,
That's right.
All right, so first I got to teach you how to take a drink from it.
Okay, he's going to show me.
All right. So you always go by the way the horn is curved, right?
Okay.
So as you see, this one kind of curves out to the right. You always want to drink with the tip down. If you
Okay.
try and drink with it up, it's going to pour too easily, come smash you in the face. Wait, because all the liquid's down in here, you got it up higher in elevation.
Right.
So we come here, this way it's down, and you can ease it up in. So ours here. So get
Okay.
off and to the left. Take a sip. It's mead. It's
Mistletoe. What was it called? Mistletoe.
Mazel tov. What'd you think?
That's good. It's good. Changed my life.
There you go. Turn you into a man. Yeah,
A manly man.
Where am I? What'd you put in that stuff? So, wow, that's interesting. So, do you take that everywhere you go with you?
No, just anywhere I have a reason to, I just hang out or have a.
Let's be real.
Halfway special
You show
occasion.
up in a kilt and that thing, you're gonna turn some heads, and it's gonna be
absolutely,
cool.
man. Balls this big don't fit in trousers.
So, okay, so you got a Scottish kilt on. Can you give us your best Scottish accent? Can you do one?
Oh man,
You got to be able to do a Scottish accent.
Us two Irish for Scottish.
That's a leprechaun.
You really got to throw the back of the throat forward.
Oh, there you go.
Scottish brogue.
There you go.
And that was, oh man, you're gonna get messages. Oh, that dude, I'm not.
It's awesome. No, that's cool, man. So, like I said before, me and Matt grew up together. We got a lot of really cool stories.
Oh, man.
We were kind of nerds and
kind of nerds. I have a Pokemon tattoo. We were kind of nerds.
yeah. Well, I remember one of my memories.
I remember how hard we were bullied. We were kind of nerds.
Yeah, a lot, really bad. And so we would go over to his house, his grandparents or his parents' house, and we'd play Super Smash Brother Melee, which was amazing.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
then you got to remember this, Matt.
Oh, man.
Garage, bow staff.
Oh yeah,
Mortal Kombat.
We totally did karate in the garage.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh man, I had play I had mixtape CDs to play. I had video game level music. Had the Mortal Kombat soundtrack. and we used to just beat the ever-living crap out of this heavy bag I had. And
I remember that.
Real quick, I want to give a disclaimer, everybody. I have a very wide vocabulary. Very few words are outside of my reach. I do keep a bit of a lid on it, but you're probably going to hear me drop a couple F-bombs and maybe some other bad words. So, so proceed with caution if that makes you nervous.
Yeah, I was going to put a little disclaimer clip at the very beginning to let you know about that. But anyways.
Naughty words and pagan gods. Proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution. So we would hang out in the garage. We spent like hours in there, dude.
Man.
Like, we'd be there like all day and all night. Like, it's crazy. And we'd have Mortal Kombat on repeat, dude.
Oh, it was awesome. That, and then
I want to know where your kilt's at.
you absolutely can. I only wear one because I'm a free American and I do what I want.
That's right. I think it's cool. Makes a great statement.
We can hook you up
Get me a kilt.
the next gala or British Fair we go to.
Absolutely. Or St. Louis Renaissance Festival, if it's still on, will be September, October-ish. I don't think they've canceled it yet.
Yeah, they canceled the one here in Kansas City.
Yeah, like they've been canceled all over the country. I think there's finally a show because I have a friend who's a vendor. She sells jewelry, like custom made jewelry, like butterfly and skull pendants. And
so, where did the Renaissance Fair originate? Is it like a long, long time ago? Or?
I don't really know the history. I mean, it's just I just know that I love working the show I'm at. Friend of mine, me and him, we sell wooden mugs, striped socks, and bodice chillers.
Really?
It's the premier in 14th century personal climate control.
Really?
It's a copper flask. You fill it with ice and stick it in your tits.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's a bodice chiller. You put it in your bodice. They're very, very popular on the season, too. It's like, September, October in mid-Missouri. Sweltering.
Would you do that, Charlie? Would you put that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Would you
for men, you can put it in the pocket across the femoral artery in the hip. But yeah, the reason for in the cleavage, there's a lot of surface area with skin, so it immediately, and it's also very close to the heart, so it takes all that heat right away from you, very close to your core. So it drops your body temp like that.
Okay.
Like, believe me, I'm very, very jealous that I am unable to wear a corset because I absolutely would just for those things in the heat. It's awful.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And then
Jason, can you wear a corset?
I've tried a few times. Didn't work out.
He's got a little bit of a
pudge.
We'll squeeze them out.
Things are not the way they were. Let's just say that. I used to be a toothpick.
Oh, you were the scrawniest little bastard.
And I hated it. That's probably why I got made fun of so much.
Oh, I was there. It absolutely was.
Yeah. And then why'd you get made fun of?
Oh, I was fat.
So it's like two opposites. He was fat and I was skinny.
I was going to say hung around you. That's why I got made fun of.
Yeah,
probably. I think we're the same size now,
yeah? I probably weigh more than you.
Yeah,
that's weird.
About 215?
No, I'm more than you.
Oh, man.
230, bro.
You're a little bit taller.
230.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I'm starting to think, though, like, because I watched some videos on how you can get stuff build up in your intestines.
If we're going for the master of who's the heaviest, I outran you both. So
I don't know about that.
I take that trophy.
I don't know about that. So, but yeah, I'm thinking I might have some build up in my intestines.
Oh, probably. I mean, we have very sedentary, easy lifestyles. I mean, unless you make everything you eat from scratch, you're probably not eating quality food. Like, it'll keep you alive, but for not as long.
Yeah.
So, like a lot of your breads, your processed crap.
I've eaten a lot of McDonald's French fries, and I'm sure they're still in here.
Oh.
I'm sure they're still in here.
Oh. It's awful.
Dude,
really, if you had Burger King, that'd be something different.
I mean, at least you care about what you eat. I mean, as far as what it tastes like.
So you don't like
though.
You don't like McDonald's French fries?
Oh no, I don't like. Only fast food I'll touch is Taco Bell, man. Taco Bell is life.
Really?
They're talking about getting rid of the quesarito, and I'm gonna start taking bodies.
They're getting rid of the quesarito?
The quesarito, the 7-layer burrito, a whole bunch. Oh man, I'm gonna be pissed.
What about the cheesy gordita crunch?
I don't know, but I tell you what, if they do say that one, apparently they want the riots to continue.
Yeah, that's that is definitely riots right there.
They lost me when they took away the pinos and cheese. Every order I used to get
had
pinos and cheese.
What was the one they had a while ago? It was the naked chicken chalupa. I think it was a heart attack and a wrapper. It was literally like a smashed formed chicken breast that had been deep fried and filled with just low density LDL cholesterol.
Yeah.
Oh my, it was just awful.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful. I loved this so much.
And that's why I loved it.
I'd be dead by now if they still had that on the menu.
No, I like Taco Bell. I remember, younger years when you didn't have a lot of money, you just get a bunch of tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Jack in a Box. When you're broke, man, you go to Jack in the Box, and we used to like tick them off because we'd be like, we'll do 100 tacos and
like what, 2 for $1?
Yeah, 2 for $1.
What I love is they're not even trying to hide the fact that they market to stoners, because it used to be like, hey, you can get a bunch of tacos 2 for $1. We know you got the munchies. Now they literally have the midnight munchie menus.
Oh
It's
yeah,
from 2 to 4.
They know what they're doing,
and the items on that thing. It's like a sausage gravy biscuit with like fries on it, or it's like a chicken and an egg and like sriracha sauce. One was like a grilled cheese on top of another breakfast sandwich. Like, they were high when they made that menu.
Yeah.
Oh man, and don't get me wrong. When you're in the right frame of mind, that food is delicious.
True story, guys. I bet you didn't know this. I learned this last week, or no, a couple weeks ago. I was watching Good Mythical Morning, and they did a thing on the Jack in the Box taco, and they discovered what it was made of.
I'm not sure.
I bet you don't have a clue. I thought it was soybean. I thought that's what it was.
Corn, isn't it?
Tuna.
You're shitting me.
I'm not joking. It's tuna, dude.
Oh man.
And then they explained like why they use tuna for their stuff. So that's pretty.
Oh yeah,
meat is tuna.
It's tuna, dude.
Yeah, anything they can get away with and still make it edible. Yeah, that's disgusting things that
it's
food
pretty
industry does.
It's pretty gross, man.
So that's why I love cooking my stuff on my own, because I know what's in it, and plus I'm usually better than anything you can buy anyway.
Right. So, but yeah, I really liked Jack in the Box tacos. I used to throw down on those. And then we cannot forget about probably the number one contender for stoner food, even though I never was a stoner.
Don't tell me those cheeseburgers.
White Castle burgers.
Oh, the belly bombers. Oh yeah, I used to eat so many of those. Oh, so good.
Yeah, White Castle burgers, dude.
They're so
okay. They're addicting.
So
you can
awful
only
for you.
Yeah, you can eat them you can eat a certain amount of them, and then
you can buy
none.
Yeah, you can buy a Crave case, and
god,
there's like 30 of them. Oh, it's disgusting.
The effects afterwards.
But White Castle has chicken rings.
Yeah.
End of story. I mean,
you had White Castle for the first time with me
2 years ago,
and you were blown away by how amazing they were, right?
How nasty they were.
Something else was blown away. I tell you that.
Somebody's bunghole was like a volcano. No, Charlie, you went and you said you absolutely loved them.
I must have been smoking something or something.
No,
exactly.
If you're smoking something, they're delicious.
You're definitely.
Something going on, because they were not delicious.
I don't know. I like them. I just can't eat it. I'm glad they're not around here.
Yeah,
like when I go back to home to visit family, because I'm from that area where they're at, in St. Louis area.
Yeah,
I'll eat White Castle and I'll enjoy it. My wife won't enjoy it because we'll be in the car and she'll be like,
even worse when you go to cuddle that night. There's Dutch oven left and right.
The car windows are up, like.
Oh yeah, you got the window lock too. Oh, that's evil.
You're so disgusting.
Oh, you evil man.
But
Jason, where did you get that was tuna?
It was on Good Mythical Morning, unless they lied.
Well, I mean, maybe.
But you're the fact checker.
Right here: beef, regular taco filling ingredients: beef, water, texturized vegetable protein, soy flour, caramel color, defatted soy grits, seasoning, chili pepper, maltodextrin, spices, dude. Wheat flour, salt, dry garlic, hydrogenized soy protein, corn and wheat gluten, monosodium glutamate, dried onion, disodium.
Too much stuff.
Isonate and disodium. Yes.
Well, okay. Why don't you type in Jack in the Box tacos tuna?
Well, I didn't hear Soylent Green, so we're okay. Do you remember the whole Rocko's Modern Life cartoon?
Oh yeah.
Choking chicken is people.
What was your favorite cartoon growing up?
Oh man, that's a tough question, man. Of course, I became a martial artist because of Ninja Turtles in the first place. Then
Power Rangers.
Never got that into Power Rangers. Like kind of, but
were you one of those anime Dragon Ball Z fans?
I am now. Not until recently.
You are now.
Yeah, a couple years ago, I finally got into Dragon Ball. I started at the 1980s Dragon Ball, when it was Kid Goku.
Yeah.
Went through all of that and got caught up just in time for the Broly movie to come out. So I wasn't one of the anime kids in high school.
Yeah.
I am absolutely one of those weirdos as an adult. Oh,
That's awesome.
Oh.
So he didn't get into Dragon Ball Z as a kid like most people.
It was as an adult.
As an adult.
As an adult.
Hey, I mean.
Weed helps.
Weed helps. Weed helps, huh?
It does most things.
Dude, I can't even believe how hot it's getting, Charlie. Is it that hot outside?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Dear God, it's not ever this hot.
It's my beard. I'll try to keep it down.
It's probably your hotness.
Probably.
It's because your kilt's open.
Oh,
You know that heat from
that too.
underneath the kilt.
Absolutely that too. But it's absolutely the beard.
So let's talk about some.
What are your thoughts on hallucinogenic drugs?
I think they're crazy, but to each their own.
All right. What if I told you that psilocybin saved my life?
So what the heck is that?
Magic mushrooms.
Oh, magic mushrooms? Really?
Did you take a magic carpet ride?
No, but I did watch God work for about 7 hours. It was incredible.
Yeah?
It was, my consciousness left this
So what
earth.
happened after you took the magic mushroom?
All right, so it was a slow build up. It had to have been a heavy dose too. I don't remember exactly how much it was. A friend of mine handed me, he's like, he goes, hey, happy birthday, have some, all right, because he knew I was wanting to try it. He was thinking I would divvy it up.
Yeah.
But I just took the whole dose myself.
Oh,
It was a heavy one. And I always tell people, like, it's not for everyone, but I do recommend everyone does one heavy trip at some point in your life. It is absolutely a very significant experience. But I definitely don't recommend starting as heavy as I did. And if you do, don't be by yourself in a dark apartment. Be with people that love you, because you are going to learn a lot of things about yourself you are not going to like.
Oh, gosh. Well, I've tripped on not taking drugs, so I've had hallucinations.
There you go.
Okay, one time, this is crazy. One time I was taking, was it ZQuil? I was taking something for a cold and like trying to help me to sleep. And then I had some alcohol with it. And I kid you not, dude.
Man.
Okay, so
You see some crazy stuff.
this is crazy, dude. I was laying in bed. My wife was asleep and I was asleep. And I woke up and I look up at the ceiling and I see like millions of cockroaches
Oh, man.
crawling on the ceiling. And I freaked out and I sat up and I was like, oh my God. And then Emily's like, what? And then I flipped the light on and then it was gone.
Oh,
Well, that's
wow.
because they scattered.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most
Charlie, don't freak me out like that.
right. The only like weird thing I've seen, because what you'll go through depends on how much the dosage you take, of course, just like any other medicine. But it was one of the smaller doses I did. It was a 3 gram, which you start to see some of the fractals and everything breaks apart. I was watching Ant-Man, and it wasn't when everything shrunk down into weird effects. What was too much for me was the villain was bald and his ears stuck out, and they kept turning into eye stalks, and I was like, I can't do this. It was too weird. Too weird. But beyond that is when you start to see some of the big cosmic things, like you get the deep personal revelations and
Wow.
I talk about this, like I'm excited about it. It's I don't really do these medicines for fun. I respect them as the medicines they are, and I'll do them for a personal therapy, or I'm wrestling with like a moral dilemma, or I'm trying to grow past something, because they will absolutely teach you a lot of things that you need to be facing and you're probably ignoring, or you're just kind of putting by the wayside.
I don't use drugs, by the way, guys, and I don't condone it, but I appreciate everyone's view on everything.
I condone everyone's.
But he condones.
Yeah, if you're going to go there, please be educated. I'm not going to say you should or you shouldn't. Like I said, just if you're totally against them, 100%, try to ask yourself why. To be a Schedule I substance, it has to be something you prone to abuse. So things like your heroin, your methamphetamines, that's something you're going to keep using to chase that high, and you need it to be a part of you. Hallucinogenics are not something you want to do a lot of very often.
I had a friend that had an acid trip, dude, and he
that's when
he gave his life to Jesus after that.
Yeah, you can absolutely have a lot of spiritual experiences on that, and you have to be very careful.
His friends turned into demons.
Yeah,
and they said they were coming for him.
Yeah,
he's like,
and a lot of it's too. It's when people walk into these without any given direction, or
they have no clue,
right? Or they don't have any guidance, because usually you want to have someone who's been there, and so they're kind of like keeping an eye and making sure you're safe, making sure you're comfortable, because when these things go sideways, they can go sideways. I always tell people there's no such thing as a bad trip, but there are therapeutically traumatizing trips. Like, because I do it I do heavy doses. You kind of want to be experienced when you try this level, but when you do, you have to have an intention behind it, because if you let chaos guide it, you're not going to like a lot of the things you're going to feel, you're going to go through. You're going to realize this is everything I've done wrong. This is everything I need to work on.
Wow.
But I will say on the positive side, I use it to control I use a bipolar depression, manic depression, bipolar 1. And I will say that I'll come out the backside of a heavy trip. I'm asymptomatic from any depression, anxiety, focus issues for at least 3 to 4 weeks.
Really?
We're starting to, just like we did with marijuana being seen as a medicine and that paving the way, we're starting to see the same thing with psilocybin, magic mushrooms, and a few other compounds as well.
Yeah.
And their impact on mental illness. I think John Hopkins put out a couple studies 4 or 5 months ago, maybe, on the effectiveness of MDMA treating PTSD. They would have combat veterans go through guided sessions with psychotherapists. And after just 1 or 2 sessions, PTSD was gone. And one of the things we're hypothesizing about it is because what psychedelics and hallucinogenic drugs do, like your psilocybin, your mescaline, DMT, LSD, all the fun ones, what they do is they throw your brain into overdrive, so you're creating new neural pathways and you're solidifying them thousands of times faster than normal, so it wires around any deficiencies.
Wow.
That's why like microdosing is becoming very popular, because it's small enough that you're not even going to perceive anything, but you're still getting the benefits from it. But that has to be like a every day or every other day kind of thing.
Right. I must be tripping on something because our computer's doing something crazy back there.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah.
Like, what the heck's going on? It's never done that before.
I didn't do it.
It's like coming on and off, and then the screensaver came on. It's like,
So you want to hear about
maybe we're all tripping right now. We don't even look at it. It's doing it again.
Let
me turn this off. Go ahead.
You are a handsome son of a bitch, my friend.
Don't give him a big head. Do not give him a big head.
Won't be stronger than my ego.
So my experience and this isn't even, well, unless you consider caffeine drug.
It is.
So you were tripping on caffeine?
So absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
That's
so
a hard trip.
The girls that worked bought me a 24-hour drink.
Okay.
And they said, take this. And this is after I had probably 6 cups of coffee maybe already. Then I continued to drink coffee after that. Well, once that got in my system, I was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah. Any substance that can alter your perception.
I want some munchies. I want some munchies now. And that was 24-hour and coffee. Man.
Whew.
Wow. The strongest thing I ever had, and it was prescribed to me when I was in a psychiatric hospital being treated. Yeah, that happened to me. They just want to give you drugs. They don't even care about you at all. Like, I mean, not every place, but the place I was at, okay, I go in there, I want to die. I want to, commit suicide. That's why I was there. And they take all your clothes away and your shoestrings and everything. And you're in this white room. And then the doctor eventually comes in, had no personality. He just was like, all right, you're experiencing this. You want to die. Okay. Wrote a prescription just like that. Put me on antidepressants and then threw some Adderall at me. Yeah, prescribed me Adderall.
Yeah, Adderall's the cure for everything.
Bro.
Yeah, they're underfunded, understaffed. It's just easier to fill you full of pills and send
you away. Adderall is a methamphetamine, apparently, right? It's like speed.
Yeah, and it makes you calm but hyper-focused, where you can go through your checklist.
Oh, dude, it made me so high. Yeah. I was so high on Adderall that I immediately didn't even think about my problems and how I wanted to die. It was just crazy, dude. And eventually it just took all my drive away. Like, I just was like a zombie. Like, I would stare at the wall, sit in a chair and shake my leg and just stare at the wall, and I'd be content.
Yeah, because it doesn't really...
Wasn't hungry, couldn't sleep.
Yeah, it doesn't help you with the problem. It suppresses the symptoms.
Right.
So that's why I like these natural medicines that we've demonized, because too many of them actually make you face what the problem is so you can handle it on your own.
Well, what do you think about nootropics? You ever heard about it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they basically just enhance brain power.
Like Alpha Brain? And
yeah.
Joe Rogan swears by it.
Yeah, well, he also sells Alpha Brain. It's his product. But they are
True.
But nootropics themselves absolutely are. Like, I take lion's mane cordyceps, which is
I have lion's mane.
Yeah, I mean it's a low grade nootropic. I love it. I take that. I take a couple. I take a turmeric for anti-inflammatory and magnesium.
How long did the lion's mane take for it to work? Because it didn't work for me.
Well, it's not one you're really gonna notice. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, it's meant to complement the other nootropics, or if you get into psilocybin, it's meant to complement a trip. Like, you take a lot of vitamin D and niacin, and then some lion's mane. That'll kind of help ease into what you're about to experience and be taught.
Mm. Yeah, I've thought about getting on some nootropics. Charlie, have you ever done any kind of nootropics or?
It's like supplements for your brain.
Have you ever done it?
No.
No?
No.
You haven't tripped on anything other than caffeine?
No.
I was all jacked up on Mountain Dew once.
Oh, man. Oh, you want to talk about poison and a bad drug? Oh, sugar's
geez.
the worst one.
Do you remember, do you guys remember when Surge came out?
Dude.
Surge.
Oh, Surge. The commercial. You said they're like out in the junkyard. All of a sudden, somebody's yelling, Surge! And they start running up the dirt mountain playing King of the Hill, kicking each other off.
I'm pretty sure that Surge was more lethal than Mountain Dew.
Oh, it came back.
Bro, yeah.
It came back. That stuff.
That was like pure sugar.
It is amazing. Oh, it is so bad for the body, but good for the soul.
Yeah. And then I remember one of my favorite drinks as a kid was Crystal Pepsi when that came out. And then it went away, and then they brought it back a little bit.
Yeah, because it was see-through, so people did they tricked their minds because the only white sodas were like Sprite, 7-Up, and Lemon Kick. So even though it had the exact same flavor as regular Pepsi, because it was a clear soda, people thought they were tasting like a lemon lime Pepsi.
I don't know if this is a fact, guys, but I hear the same concept for Skittles. Every Skittle is the same taste.
Oh yeah,
but just different colors.
Yeah, they're not gonna do different flavors. It's like Fruit Loops. All Fruit Loops are the same flavor, just sugar.
That's like a mental thing. Like
I feel like I just told you the tooth fairy is not real.
Yeah, just why?
What?
Wait, you're saying the tooth fairy?
My parents were Santa Claus. What?
Wait, so you're saying to me that the tooth fairy isn't real? Well, I'll tell you what.
Well,
which tooth fairy are we talking about?
How do you think all that money got under my pillow, Matt?
Right, explain that.
I got rich off of that.
Fake news.
What about you, Charlie? Fake news.
Did The Rock put that under, or Larry the Cable Guy?
I'm going to go with Larry. I think Larry the Cable Guy was the best tooth fairy.
I wouldn't mind Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. And the tooth fairy. You know, he doesn't really talk like that, right?
Oh, yeah, no. In fact, his name's not even Larry.
Yeah, he just has like a normal voice.
Yeah, his name is Dan Whitney.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. The best movie I've ever seen was with him in it.
Delta Farce?
Yes, that is the best movie. Are you guys a shi'ar?
That sounded the Mexican thought he was fighting the Taliban. So wrong.
No, that's he's pretty. I haven't seen him in anything in a long time, but he's funny.
The Blue Collar Comedy Tour was taking off when we were in high school.
Yeah. So okay, this is a good question for you guys.
Okay.
Who do you think wins? And this is an all time. Okay, like
I do
all time best comic, like best comedian.
George Carlin.
George Carlin.
Easy.
I mean,
he had such a direct outlook and
Red
in your
Skeleton.
Face. Ooh, yeah, he's a good contender. Chris Pryor.
Chris Pryor. Yeah, he was a classic.
He used to improv his materials at open mics. That's how he wrote his stuff.
Yeah.
He'd only have like half a set, then he'd go up and do open mics, and he'd like build on it, and that's how he wrote. And I've tried comedy. You want to make sure you know what you're about to say when you go on stage. Unless you're some kind of god, you are not going to improv a stand-up set. You're just not.
Yeah, you get up there and freeze.
Oh, it's horrible.
Man, it's tough to say. I mean, there's a lot of really good. I like Tim Allen a lot. I like his kind of humor. I like I don't know who else. I thought Bill Cosby was pretty funny until.
Well, the problem is he was funny, but he was a piece of shit human being. So.
Yeah, he did some terrible things.
Mr. Pryor.
Richard Pryor. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I said. Chris Pryor, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, I knew what you meant.
Yeah. Richard Pryor.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. And then there's
modern comedians. Of course, the great Joe Rogan. Of course.
Joe Rogan. He's pretty funny. He's just a different.
Oh, I laugh.
What about Joey
Diaz? You got to be comfortable with the way he talks because there's not a clean joke coming out of that dude's mouth.
Oh, every word's F.
But I laugh so hard, I cry my ass off.
What's that chubby guy's name?
Joey.
Yeah, there's Ralphie May who passed away a couple years ago.
He is funny.
Oh man, I love Ralphie May. Girth of a Nation, one of the best routines ever. I love it. But you're probably thinking Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy.
Gabriel, he's hilarious.
He does all the sound effects and
he's really good. He's very animated. I love that about him.
Yeah.
What about you're gonna love him, Mitch Hedberg.
Oh yeah,
he's the unique
jokes ever. Oh.
So he was super unique.
Well, he had massive social anxiety. That's why he always like grew his hair down, because he could not look at the audience. He would freeze and he would freak out and have a mass anxiety attack on stage. So he's just like, his jokes are always very short. It was always down here.
Yeah.
And it's like, people always say, here's a picture of me when I was younger. It's like, well, no shit. Every picture is you. Every picture of you is a picture of when you were younger. It's like, here's a picture of me when I'm older. Holy shit, let me look at that camera. Like, that was like everything about his comedy. It was just the dumb stoner, just quick jokes.
I like his joke. Like, what do you say about rice? He's like, rice is really great when you're hungry and you want a million of something.
It's like, no matter how good I am at tennis, I will never be better than a wall. We better move on. I'll be quoting Mitch Hedberg jokes and then Major Payne.
He's fun.
And
Major Payne was funny, dude.
Oh, let's not even start, because I'll fill the rest of the hour with just
1,
this.
2, look at you. 3.
Oh, man.
Man, so many funny. So what'd you think about Jim Carrey?
I don't care if stand it too much. The movies he's got, like, his movies are good. They're iconic. I mean, Ace Ventura obviously is a comic masterpiece.
Great movie.
Oh, wonderful. I don't like him in the new Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Because that game franchise is from like my origin. Like some of my favorite memories of me and my mom are playing Sonic the Hedgehog too. And they cast Jim Carrey as Robotnik, and when he was playing Robotnik, he did an amazing job. Yeah. But there were definitely parts he was playing Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And it was annoying as hell.
Yeah.
There's a whole scene where he just like has like a dance number in his laboratory. He's like, and he's like doing all the big wavy Jim Carrey movies.
Yeah,
like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
like,
I saw that movie. I definitely like the old Jim Carrey. He's kind of turned into a weirdo now.
Oh, he's always been a weirdo.
He's been a weirdo, but like he's really into some weird.
They all are.
Like something's happening to him, like where he's just, I don't know, it's just different. I've seen old interviews with Jim Carrey compared to now, and he's like, "You're not really here." You're like he's talking
he's
about
got more money now than
like he's talking about weird stuff like
maybe
we don't even exist. Like I don't know.
Oh, he's talking like farther metaphysical concepts. Okay.
Yeah, so he's getting into like some.
So who is Adam Sandler's sidekick that's in all of his movies?
Oh, you're talking about
Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
You can do it.
You can do it. Yeah, Rob Schneider is he's.
You tell
funny.
your mom to go to hell. We gotta win tomorrow. I haven't seen Waterboy in so long.
Waterboy.
I probably butchered. You're gonna get messages like he screwed that line up. Sorry.
Whatever. So yeah, Adam Sandler.
I haven't seen.
I like the old Adam Sandler.
What's the new movie he was in? It's not a comedy. It was like Uncut Diamonds or something. Yeah. Apparently, it's really good. 'Cause I love when comedians break from comedy and do like a serious role.
Actually, he was amazing in that role. He played that.
I still haven't seen it.
That jeweler that sold jewelry to like celebrities and stuff. Yeah. And man, what a movie!
I bet. Yeah, because a lot of times when comedians branch off into that, like for example, like the great Robin Williams, he did 1 hour photo.
How could we forget Robin Williams?
Oh man, but yeah,
he is the legend.
Oh, Mork. From Mork.
Well, but then his serious roles, he did a 1 hour photo where he played this psychopath who he developed photos in some kind of pharmacy for a living, and he developed a weird connection to this family, and it was creepy as hell. And then he did a spot for Law & Order SVU, and he played this psychopath, and it was just his dramatic roles were amazing.
That's the thing I love about Robin Williams. He could be off the wall, he can do anything. Like I loved one of my favorite movies he ever was in. I loved Patch Adams because that was a really powerful movie. Like it really messed with your emotions, but he was hilarious too.
Oh yeah. And only Robin Williams could have done that role, and no one else could have pulled it off.
Yeah. He's funny. And it was so weird. Like, what'd you guys think about the new Aladdin? How weird was that? Like the genie.
It was weird, but I do like to point out they weren't casting Robin Williams; they were casting the genie, so it wasn't going to be the same actor playing the character. I mean, and it wasn't.
You just can't.
And it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be a different portrayal, and it's supposed to be a different story for a different generation.
I think they picked a good person, Will Smith. I thought he did a great job, actually.
Yeah, you can't compare him to a different actor's role. Like, so the role he did an awesome job.
Yeah.
I think that he did the casting was spot on for the genie, but people try to compare him to Robin Williams. Like they're not anything close to the same. Why would you? Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's just too different. I've never seen a movie where they brought back the same person to play, like a Batman that they
Right.
like a previous Batman comes back and plays.
There are talks of doing a Batman Beyond, which is Bruce Wayne is the old guy behind the computer, and they're going to cast Michael Keaton.
No. I would like to see that.
Would be like
Michael Keaton did a great job.
The greatest Batman to date, playing old Batman, old Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So tell me,
Yeah.
Superman or Batman?
Batman.
I know your opinion.
Go for it.
Batman, as long as morals are in play.
Okay.
Because even he
Elaborate.
Because even he acknowledges, like I'm not even going to try and paraphrase the quote, but he even addresses it. Is like, look, Clark could turn me into a grease spot if he wanted to, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
And that's why Bruce will always win, because he won't kill him, but he will get a lot closer than Superman's one.
I like Batman, and I said this on a previous podcast. I like Batman because not that superheroes are realistic at all.
Oh, they're not supposed to.
But he is the most real, like someone like that could possibly actually exist.
Right.
You know.
Well, they're like the gods of the modern age. Like you had your Nordic gods, like Thor, Odin, Frey. Then you have like your Greek and your Egyptian. Well, it's just the new pantheon for the new age. Like we don't, like they're just the stories and legends that we look up to for entertainment and inspiration.
Yeah. Right.
I told him that he just liked Robin. That's why he liked Batman.
Those legs.
Look at those. I mean, come on.
Come on.
It's tight.
And then that little leotard. I mean, there's a reason. Oh man.
Yeah, and then you got the mask and. Gosh, so amazing, man. No, so I was hoping they would do more.
He just thought it was bad because Superman come out of popped into a phone booth and came out and he was soup there. And
well, I mean, he's just
from another planet.
He's a god or something, It's
pretty
like
much, the Kryptonians.
He's a freaking god. Universe. So how is that like? Right. I mean,
easy there, Lex Luthor.
Shave my head bald.
Right.
My God, dude, it's like a freaking sauna up here.
It is getting worse.
Godly.
Another 5 degrees. I'm taking the shirt off.
The clothes are starting to come off, guys.
Oh, you're getting demonetized.
What? Like what? I'll just have like a blur here, and like
it's like we promise they're not breasts. We're just fat.
True story. I was at a Six Flags St. Louis one time, and I was getting ready to ride that tornado one that's checkered. Right, you go down on the raft and it goes down the funnel.
Okay.
And I'm standing there and people are holding their rafts to go up there, and I see this person go by and I see these big giant boobies and they're going like this, and I'm like, oh my God! And then I turned back around and I realized it was a boy.
Oh man!
It was like he was probably 13, 14, but like, geez, dude,
you didn't get jealous, did you?
I got pretty jealous,
I think yours are probably bigger nowadays.
Yeah. I'm probably a negative A cup. I'm A cup.
There you go.
So anyways, let's talk about the past. We kind of got into school and, growing up together and our little Bow Staff garage days. You remember, no, I probably don't.
You're going to bring the band, aren't you?
Dude, this is crazy.
When I pretended I could play keyboards.
Oh yeah, yeah. We were in a band together.
Literally every gig, I'm asking him before the song, "What are the chords for this?"
What are the chords? And
I didn't know any of them.
You had like a little Casio light up keyboard.
Oh yeah, it was like one of those Walmart 120.
He'd hit like the little effect. He's like,
right. Like the light up keys. He got to play the song. Yeah,
Jesus,
yeah, we did gigs. And
lover
I had that
of my soul. And Matt's over there like.
Oh man! Oh yeah!
Good time.
That's right. It was a Christian rock band too.
Yeah, it was. Wait a minute. So One's
Choice.
Was that what it was, or was it?
Yeah, it was One's Choice. It was Dustin on drums and
Brandon Johnson.
Okay, because I didn't know him very well.
Brandon Johnson's me.
Yeah.
And then my sister was on it at one point, right?
Vocals for a
but
little bit,
that was short lived.
Yeah.
Man, crazy.
I was in a Christian rock. Like people
you were in a Christian rock.
People that know me like from after high school watching this now are like,
dude, Matt used to be a preacher. He was
like this dude was like, yeah, my best friend was Jesus in high school. So like,
boy, did that thing go south on him.
Things have changed. I dabbled in Buddhism,
everybody's
Gnosticism,
changed.
Paganism. I'm done this whole universalist kind of
Everybody's
thing now.
changed.
Man,
what about you, Charlie? Were you in a band? Did you play keyboard and pretend?
No, I told you the story about them wanting me to be lead singer for a band called Intrepid.
Intrepid?
It also was a Christian band.
Intrepid.
Okay.
Man, what better name than Intrepid? I mean, come on, dude. Intrepid, bro.
That doesn't even have to. Like, that can be like a mainstream rock band. Like that's actually a pretty badass name.
I'm gonna put in that CD, Intrepid. You know, it's awesome. Go ahead.
That's it.
Talk about that's it. There's nothing else to say about it. I was almost in a band called Intrepid.
There you go.
Well, so me and Matt grew up out in the middle of nowhere in the country, and okay, to add context to this, to let you know how much country we were a part of.
Oh man!
When I say country, I mean country. Our high school and middle school was on a hog farm.
That's right. Oh,
do you remember our graduation?
We were surrounded by cornfield in every direction. Oh, it was awful,
bro. Our
Such
graduation, okay, our graduation was, I think, is it once a year where they do something with the hog farms and it just smells horrible.
Oh, it's awful.
Our graduation day was like hog, like you could smell hog feces.
Horrible. That's why they always had it indoors. Like even though it was nice out, you could never do an outdoor graduation.
It was terrible, dude. We're like, it was in the hallways. You couldn't breathe.
Was that the soccer field and football field too?
Yeah.
Actually, what?
The football field was not the soccer field. There was no way the football team was going to let us use that one.
No.
Yeah, in fact, we didn't even get soccer until we were juniors.
Were you in the first soccer team?
I was.
Dude, so this is amazing. We'll be in the history books at Montgomery County High School.
Yeah,
we were in the very first soccer team to ever be in that school, and it didn't last. I don't think they do soccer anymore.
You gotta be. Oh, really?
I think they shut it down.
Well, yeah, because we sucked.
Well, yeah, we weren't good.
There's Zerneskis could play. No one else, only the long streets, but no one else could play.
It was Zach.
Of course, the long streets have superpowers with soccer. Yeah. So Ben.
Well,
Ben and
yeah, I loved it. I mean, soccer was great. You were defense, right?
Yeah, I was defense. Remember when the refs had to stop a game to teach us how to slide tackle in the middle of the game?
Oh my God,
that was so horrible. And then we scrimmaged against the cross country team for practice, and the cross country team kicked our asses.
Yeah, we got whooped. Okay, yeah, we were pretty bad, man. Okay, so I was in JV. I was in junior varsity and varsity.
Oh, that's awful.
I was playing defense in varsity, and then I was playing midfield in the junior varsity. So I remember I was playing a JV game. It was freaking cold outside, and it was raining, so I couldn't feel my hands. My hands were numb. And I remember going out there, and I went – this is funny, dude. So the ball flies through the air. It lands in a puddle, and it's just like – and it stays there. And so I see it. This other guy sees it. We're both looking at each other, and we take off sprinting, and I went to kick it at the same time as him kicking it, and our feet just went
like smack
against the ball, and my shoe goes flying through the air, dude. I mean, it's just like – and it lands on the ground, and I'm just like so like horrified, dude.
Man.
I'm embarrassed. And so I run over to get my shoe, and with this sloppy like wet sock, and I get over there and I try to put my cleat on, and I can't even tie my shoe, and everybody's waiting on me. My hand's frozen, and I'm like trying to. It was bad, dude. Embarrassing. We got whooped so bad.
Oh man.
But
we didn't have a wrestling team. The only foreign languages we offered were French and Spanish.
I thought we did have a wrestling team. Oh no, Warrenton did.
Warrenton had a wrestling team. We didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't have we had a football team that kind of did okay.
Well, our year though, we made it to state. We got
destroyed. Dusted. Oh man, we got dusted so hard.
Charlie, me and Matt were band junkies like from the very beginning.
Yeah.
All the way until we graduated. And our senior year, we made it. Was it our senior? Yes. We made it to state.
Yeah.
And we got to march on the field, our marching band.
No, we didn't march.
We didn't march. We just stood there because we didn't have a routine.
Because we had an excellent symphonic band, like one of the best in the state. Like it was phenomenal how good we were. But we hated marching more than our band director did. He hated it so much. But he did it because the school we kind of went to, football was God. Nothing would interfere with the football team. Oh man, but so he didn't. In this one year, we weren't going to take it seriously because we were going to focus on our symphonic routine. Well, it just so happened that the year before we were like when our junior year, our team did so good that we made it to state.
Yeah.
So that the year that we didn't have a routine, we made it to state. So we're like not only did we get our asses stomped in the game, like the other band has this whole routine. They're out like marching around, tossing shit.
Yeah.
And then we just like stand there and play like Land of a Thousand Dances.
Okay, so when we hated marching band, but when we did apply ourselves in marching, we did a good job.
Yeah, fuck everything about marching.
Yeah, we hated it, but we were good at like, doing the normal concert.
Did you have a solo?
No.
Or you played solo?
You were French horn.
Yeah, I was one of the best French horns in the state.
Yep.
I still have that French horn, actually.
Oh, really? Do you ever play? Did you forget?
No. No, no way in hell I could play that thing. I still have my trumpet, too, and no way in hell I could play it nowadays. I mean, I'm sure if I practice.
Dude, we were really good. I still have some of the CDs. Do you?
I do not. And there's actually a couple songs that are driving me bonkers because I can kind of, like, once in a while, I'll get, like, it's stuck in my head, like 2 to 4 measures.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is. In fact, I was even trying to message, like, you remember Whitney and all them from high school, like, trying to message people like, hey, you were in band. Do you remember this song? That I'd send them a voice clip of me just trying to pantomime. I was like, da-na-na-na-na-na.
And they're like, no.
Right. And then I was like, no, it sounds kind of familiar. So I started bouncing it around. Like, even Wells got involved. Like, I was like, no, we have no idea what the hell this is.
Like, maybe it's all in your head from one of your trips, man.
Maybe. No, that didn't start until recently, but a couple of years ago.
Were you in band, Charlie?
Here's my band experience. Okay.
It's called Intrepid. I'm just kidding.
Let's see, we started 5th grade.
Oh my God!
In 5th grade, I was a drummer.
Oh, a drummer! I thought you were going to say recorder.
So,
hot cross buns.
That's so true.
So I got to go to band.
You got to go to band, okay?
Class.
Yeah.
Get issued a drum.
Right.
Got to take it, look at it, put it back in the box by the time class was over. Next day, my mom yanks me out of band.
Why?
Because she was mad at the director because she made plans to go with my sister shopping, and he set up a parade and made it mandatory that she had to be at the parade.
Oh.
Wow.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm so sorry.
So you got yanked out of band.
Yep. Got yanked out of band in 5th grade.
Mm.
Now, my girls, on the other hand, they
were both in band.
They started in 5th grade as well.
He is horrible.
Trumpet and trombone.
It's never done this before, by the way.
Dude,
And Elizabeth ended up not going all the way through. When she came back to live with me, the band director at Bellevue was terrible, so she dropped out.
Okay.
Chelsea stuck in with it the whole entire.
Wasn't she like a top-notch like trumpet player?
Yeah, she was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. Elizabeth was good with the trombone, too. Matter of fact, they started her in one trombone, and halfway through the season, the dude was like, you ought to go think about getting her a trigger trombone.
Oh, yeah. Well, dude, one of my favorite memories about band was just the stupid stuff we would do. Okay, so I played baritone, and we were right next to the tubas, and then there's the French horns were in front of us, I believe.
Yeah, we were in front. It was me,
and the trombones.
Brandon Hammond, then like Robert Melanier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, like we were on the end. Like then you guys were like kind of up here, and the tubas were behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the tubas were next to us on the right side, and we were on the left.
It changed over the years. It was different.
Probably.
What I can never understand is how come the trombones aren't in the front row?
Because they have the heavier, deeper sound.
Yeah.
You want the way we were set up. We had the front rows were all your clarinets and flutes because they're more shrill, harder to hear over the heavy brass.
Yeah.
So
it was.
Well, clarinets don't belong in a marching band. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. What about flutes?
Flutes.
There's got to be enough of them to be heard.
That's iffy.
Well, okay. So one of the funny things we would do
about a piccolo.
Piccolo? We didn't have a piccolo, did we?
Yeah, we had, I don't remember who played, but it was typically one of the better flute players would get.
Did she take it to band camp?
We'd have like one. We'd always have like one because it's so shrill and the movements are like the notes are so quick that getting 2 high school level players in sync is
right.
Yeah, no.
So, well, one of the funny things though. Okay, so the tuba, they got the big open space up top, and we would just go and we'd throw like the valve oil. We'd throw it up in there and
Oh man, Wells would be so pissed
dude,
at
when
you guys.
we graduated, I reached my like graduation. I think we did our little dealio, and it was our last time to be in there. And I stuck my arm down in there. A freaking shoe that somebody was missing from years ago. There was a shoe in there, man.
Oh, this tuba sounds muted.
Yeah, it's like something don't sound right with this tuba. It's like someone's shoe, and then I remembered, like, oh, dude, that dude was missing his shoe like 3 years ago.
You pulled a freshman out?
Like, how do you get in there?
Right.
I'll put you right back in there.
You guys see Tupac.
Yeah, Tupac.
No, but Elizabeth and Chelsea, they did get to march in. They got to march at.
Oh yeah, I saw their pictures. Yeah, I mean, some people really like it.
I've got friends that
they
they live here in Kansas City as well. Like my friend Michaela, she's all about color guard. She was all about marching band. Like that's awesome. People liked it. Like every one of us, including our director, we hated it so much.
Yeah,
but we kicked ass at symphonic band.
Yeah, we did.
You got to have a. See, they went to Three Rivers, and their band director was also he was just starting when my ex-wife went through band in high school, and so. But he was pretty strict on the kids.
Yeah.
But they got ratings like you wouldn't believe. And they also had a symphonic band, which was top notch. And you had to, even to be because they practiced marching during school.
Yeah.
You couldn't be on the color guard unless you were in the band.
Right.
So, but yeah, they marched in Ford Field.
Didn't we did a couple competitions in Tantera, right? Did we get first at Tantera?
I don't remember.
Resort. It's that resort down in Lake of the Ozarks.
Yes, I think. I know we took a couple big trips. I don't remember details.
Yeah, I think we got first.
Okay. Yeah, you have to understand, Jason, there's been a lot of head trauma since high school. I don't remember a whole lot.
You don't remember a whole lot?
Jason doesn't either. He makes stories up.
Oh yeah, I've been
like this whole thing we're making
improv.
every bit of it.
It's all a massive hallucination.
It's all like the movie Lost.
Oh man.
But,
was there mushrooms on that pizza?
Yeah. Maybe actually, So another funny thing too, I just remembered with the tubas. What pretty much any instrument that had a valve. Remember we used to like lean over someone's shoe and you just blow in the
the spit out.
Spit valve.
Oh, you out.
The tubas that we would do. I would be like, I remember Jesse would like, he was sitting next to me, I believe, and he would just empty that thing out on my shoe, and I'd feel like soaking.
Yeah, it was happening.
And he's like,
Mr. Holland's Opus, they did the same thing. Like, the dude opens his trumpet and unlets it on someone's shoe. Yeah.
Oh God, dude.
And he does it again when they go back as adults and play it for him.
Yeah, that's fun. Fun times, man, and band. Oh, we're good. We're at 53 minutes, Charlie.
Oh, got 5 questions to go.
We got 5 questions.
Let's do it. Let's make some moral
There's
climbers.
so many. I don't even care if we go over.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I don't even care if we go over a little bit. This is a special. There's so much to talk about. We didn't even. I did want to ask you though.
Buckle in, folks. 5-hour episode.
5-hour episode. I did want to ask you about your. So I noticed one thing you did that I thought was really cool. So you have a Facebook page, and it's called the Matteson Memoirs.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was really cool, and that's one thing I wrote down I wanted to talk to you about, and I did not want to forget that. So just explain to the audience what that is, the Matteson Memoirs.
Well, that's something I actually need to go back to too. I haven't done it in a while because basically my people I was raised by are both very old. They're biologically my grandparents, but I was adopted by them, so I call them mom and dad. So when I say my dad, he turned
very
90,
good people.
Yeah, he turned 90 years old this year. Like my parents saw the Depression. And my dad has all these crazy stories, and I realized when I got older that throughout childhood, I never really paid much attention to the stories. I always had something better to do. For whatever reason, they never really stuck with me. And I realized like I'm watching them get old, and I'm getting plenty of that foresight. Like, hey, like from your time in Buddhism that everything has an end, and you're not going to have access to this knowledge at some point. And I know from my years in traditional martial arts, it screwed my head up so hard because I took 5 heavy knockouts before I'd ever did MMA. But I realized like you have several disadvantages regarding your, cognitive ability. Like start recording some of these stories. And so it got to be like, anytime Dad was trying to talk, we'd realize we missed half of it. So like I have to try and corner him and ask him about these stories so I can record it.
Yeah.
The problem is when it's staged, he never wants to do it. But
Yeah,
at the most random times, he'll go off on the story and I'll be enraptured by it.
Yeah.
But I will say the stories we've got, so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I thought that was a really neat thing to do for your family member. Yeah, it's horrible. Family members, just doing that in memory of them and just so you can have that to look back at, you know.
And one of the better ones too is I did do a 2-parter. So a cool thing about my parents, and especially if you know friends of mine watching this, if you know my dad, it blows your mind because he's a perfectionist. He does not do anything rash. Like that man will take 5 minutes to park a car straight if he's not satisfied with it. They got married on the first date in 1953.
On their first date?
First date.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's a story right there.
Oh man, it was awesome. And here's the real kicker.
Wow.
He was engaged to somebody else.
Oh.
So this man who like he's very much
Mr. Matteson.
Right, he's very much the measure twice, cut once. Like never does anything on impulse. Like he's total perfectionist. Like anxiety, worrying about every little thing.
Yeah.
Like I go, what the hell were you thinking?
Yeah. Turned out great though.
Right.
I mean, one of the few marriages that lasted the whole.
Yeah, still.
How many years?
Oh, God, it's been since December 23rd, 1953. I could be coming up on 57 years. No.
Let's just say
70 guys. 2003 would be 50 years. This is 2020.
Charlie, you're the math guy.
I'm drunk. I've been drinking mead this whole time.
All right, hang on a second.
It's a really
53?
1953.
1953. So it'll be coming up on a 7. It'll be a 6 right now.
67.
67 years? Holy smokes.
Yeah. They
Congratulations,
are-
Mr. Madison.
They're going strong. So
Yeah, that's great, man.
Shout out to my mom and dad for
Yeah.
still watching after the topic about hallucinogenic drugs. Probably not.
Yeah, they're probably going to be blowing up your phone after that.
No, like dad knows he doesn't like it, and like mom, just the fact that I smoke weed is too much. Oh,
Yeah, well, she's the
because
mom.
She was very much of the generation that bought into all the propaganda about reefer madness, and like it was legal in y'all's lifetime. Come on, like it's obviously not that bad.
Well, so I think that's pretty cool. I'm glad I didn't forget about that. But
No worries.
yeah, they're good people, really good people, and they're still kicking, man. They're still
man, it's so
doing
crazy.
their
Yeah,
thing.
dad is still taking care of 6 acres by himself. Mom's still rocking the house pretty hard. It's crazy seeing these people go.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to get into the questions now. We could be talking forever. There's so much more content. Like we'll have to have you back again and just talk about a whole bunch of other things.
Oh man, because I had so much to talk about.
We got so much. I mean, is there anything specifically you really wanted to talk about? We can.
Nothing we have to now. It'd be way too like, hey, let's talk about this, and like, no, we're
Be
good.
too random.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and plus it's just hot as balls up here.
Oh.
So I'm telling you right now, dude.
I'm comfortable.
We have
over
never
here.
had this happen, like except since we had the air
I'm
conditioning.
gonna drop like 5 pounds body weight just out of water.
I can't wait to edit this. We're gonna be like
so much.
I don't know what happened. I think what it is it's like over 100 something degrees today
It's got to be pushing.
and
it.
super humid.
I know what it is. Y'all thought like, we're gonna have the pagan on here. We're gonna burn the sun out of you, son.
We're gonna burn it out of you, boy.
Bet you didn't expect the Spanish Inquisition. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
So Charlie, why don't you ask away your questions?
All right, 5 questions. These are silly questions.
Silly questions. All right.
Let's
drunk enough.
add
You
our-
need to bring out your prize.
Oh,
Oh.
let me add my music,
Yes.
my little chill music.
Some sort of
Guys, we're
shenanigans.
almost done with the beans. I've been telling Charlie I don't want this to be a jelly bean podcast, so we're gonna get out of this here soon. They pull out my.
Oh, you're going for the razor blade again?
I got a sword out of my car.
Yeah, you got a sword. Imagine getting pulled over. Do you got any weapons? Yeah,
These hands, officer.
Don't look at them. Just pull one out when it's time.
these hands,
Not like
these nuts.
Justini, who.
Oh man.
All right, Charlie, why don't you ask us a question before?
All right. Question number
Turn it
1. A cowboy rode into town on Friday. He stayed in town for 3 days and rode out on Friday. How is that even possible?
I got this. Jason, you want to go first?
Repeat the question. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you told me to ask the question.
Go ahead.
A cowboy rode into town on Friday. He stayed in town for 3 days and rode out of town on Friday. How is that even possible?
He never left.
The horse was named Friday.
Eat a jelly bean, Jason.
Son of a gun. Oh, I can just smell the nastiness.
Do it.
Oh, God.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Well. Oh, that one's, that's a fruit.
Oh, you got a good one. Okay. Question number 2.
Juicy pear.
Question number 2. What will you actually find at the end of every rainbow?
Skittles. No. Pot of gold.
I mean, I'm going to over.
Water. A puddle.
I mean, I'm going to analyze this and say, depending on where you're looking at the spectrum, random just continues.
A puddle.
But the myth states you'll find a leprechaun in a pot of gold.
A puddle.
The correct answer is the letter W.
Son of a.
Ah!
Oh, hell. Man.
All right. There, you get that.
Seriously, if this tastes like butt, I'm punching you.
You gave it to him. You didn't let him choose.
This is.
Ugh. Ew.
Coffee. I think.
Yeah, you're lucky, dude. All right, next
Could be
one.
toasted marshmallow.
What's the next one?
All right.
Yeah, toasted marshmallow.
You got lucky, dude.
What has a face and 2 hands, but no arms or no legs?
A face, 2 hands, a clock.
Yep.
Is that it? I actually got one right.
Woo!
All right, Matt.
Public education, everybody.
Pick.
I got it right there. I was with you, clock.
Oh, you went after me.
No.
I
I could tell he knew what the answer
Yeah.
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next
Matthew
one.
McConaughey.
All right.
I smell coffee. You smell it?
I
Toasted
start
marshmallow.
out tall, but the longer I stand, the shorter I grow. What am I?
Start off tall. The longer I stand, the longer I grow.
Sure.
No, something's burning downstairs. You smell that?
No, that's the jelly bean.
Are you sure? That smells like burnt
Trust me.
popcorn.
Trust me, I'm sure. I can sense it with
Holy
my mouth.
smokes, dude.
Yeah.
Whew, boy.
You might get punched.
I don't know, Charlie.
Icicle in the summer heat.
That is good, but that is not the right answer. It's a candle. That could be buttered popcorn.
It better be.
Oh, booger. That was booger. Trash can. Oh, God. What was that?
Oh, I don't know, but it tasted like. Oh.
Can't say I know what that tastes like, but.
I have done some shit and had my adventures in my life, but that was one of the worst things I've ever experienced.
Ugh.
Oh.
Was it, Jason? It was
Let's take
white.
a look.
It was white with yellow spots.
That was rotten milk.
Dirty dishwater. You
All right.
Oh.
Is that it?
One more.
You owe me
Oh,
a
come
bottle
on.
of mead. Oh.
Come on.
Which
Oh, I'm dying.
which weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of bricks?
What you got, Jason?
A pound of feathers.
They weigh the same.
They weigh the same.
They're both a pound.
Eat a jelly bean.
Oh, my goodness. Mouthwash.
Oh, that's not so bad. I used to put that in my bong. I don't recommend it.
Oh, man. That's it.
That is it. Those are
All right,
5
guys.
questions.
We don't have any more stuff for you to talk about. Well, we do, but
Oh, there's still plenty. Like,
There's
we could
so
go
much.
We could go for hours. And
we
hours
could probably
and
go for hours. I would say we would go for longer.
Hey, it says it's 90 degrees outside.
It is incredibly hot. What's the humidity? That don't matter. It's hot.
Let's do an endurance test. First one to give up. Let's keep talking.
First person to pass out loses.
Has to eat all the jelly beans.
First
Yeah,
podcast
someone have
in a sauna. That's the podcast.
Yeah,
We're
podcast in a sauna.
First person to bitch
Dude,
out
you're
loses.
like dripping down.
Yeah,
That's
you guys are major sweating. It's comfortable over here for some reason.
Oh, no.
I don't understand this.
I am melting.
Well, it's probably because we have this light.
Got this
beating.
big light on me. Oh man,
Dude,
I'm wearing a kilt, so I'm wrapped in wool between my knees and my belly button. Like, it's horrible.
this makes for a great show, though, man.
Absolutely.
That's great. All right. Well, anyways, I think we're going to wrap this up. We had a lot of great conversation, a lot of stories that we shared. And like I said, there's plenty of more to talk about, but we're going to have Matt on again.
Oh, definitely,
and
definitely.
we'll be
This is
more
fun.
prepared. But it was great, man. Good times, great stories. Thanks for driving all the way up from St. Louis. Well, it's
St. Louis-ish.
ish. I always say St. Louis. It makes sense.
It's like people aren't in Missouri. I always say
It's either Kansas City or St. Louis
Right.
or Columbia.
it's
So-
like right between Columbia and St.
What
Louis.
if you're
Right,
someone from the
halfway, so it
South?
was like a 3-ish hour.
Or if you're from the South, I don't know,
Gross.
Branson.
Ew.
But anyways, but thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate it. We're going to hang out after this and I don't know.
More shenanigans.
More shenanigans. So, and I got to edit this tonight or tomorrow and get it out there. So
All my bleeps and
all your bleeps. Hey, I'm glad we didn't talk about politics though. I'm really glad.
oh yeah.
He's like,
No, I got deep conversations. I got deep conversations.
all right, we'll say that for the next one,
Oh yeah,
but
you think I just sprung the hallucinogenics on you? Come on, I can talk deep. Let's do this.
let's do it. Well,
Let's take
guys,
some mushrooms next time.
let's take some. I probably lose all my
sure there wasn't
subscribers.
any mushrooms on the pizza?
No mushrooms.
I didn't make the pizza. You know you're safe.
Dude, your glasses are all fogged
Oh,
up.
it's horrible. It's like dripping off my nose. I'm gonna wring my beard out.
This is insane, dude. This doesn't make any sense at all.
It's so fucking hot.
Look at him. Dude, it's got to be your kilt.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys
thumbnail.
supporting us. Oh, we're going to do our little thumbnail shot. You want to?
Oh yeah, we did. Also, real quick, I want to say if anybody wants to hit me up on other social
Yes.
medias, I occasionally remember Twitter's a thing, so I have that. Also have Instagram, and if anyone wants to check my meme page out on Facebook, all of them available at The Nerdy Heathen.
At the Nerdy Heathen.
Yeah.
Also, your PayPal.
Oh,
and
I
if
have,
you guys want to give to him to support this guy and what
please
he's
do. I have
doing,
bills. I have
support
so
him.
many bills.
yeah, bills and just the things he's doing in his life. What is your PayPal?
I Venmo. It is also at The Nerdy Heathen.
Okay, Venmo at the Nerdy Heathen.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Well, thanks, Matt, for tuning in and hanging out and making this a fun podcast. You guys are amazing. I love you. You take it easy. We're out of here. Oh, and by the way, the new intro, if you like it, I got it from Fiverr.
So badass.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, and I'll put the link at the end or in the
give me credit on that.
Oh yeah, Charlie. I'll put the link in the description for that. I told the guy I was going to give him a shout out, so you know where I got it from.
He did some really good work.
Yeah, in a very short period of time. Anyways, love you guys. You take care. Change the world.
Like and subscribe.
Thanks for listening to the This Could Make Us Famous podcast. Want to help make someone famous? Have a story to share? Get in touch with us at facebook.com/thiscouldmakeusfamous. And be sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss a single episode.